This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal, and today is Wednesday, September 14th, 2016, and the title of this rant is, Would a President Trump compromise U.S. national security interests overseas for profit? Yes, maybe, I don't know. Big article in Newsweek just this morning from a guy by the name of Kirk Eichenwald. It details in depth many of the intricate business dealings that Trump has overseas. So apparently Trump has about 500 or more separate business deals going on overseas. And could this compromise, U.S. vital security interests if he became president? So the thing is, with all of these business ventures, how can he possibly disengage himself? How can his family disengage himself between now and the time he might be inaugurated? Because he hasn't shown any interest in doing that whatsoever. He said he would turn it over to his kids, but it's not like being a blind trust, which other presidents have done. He would already knows who the businesses that he's involved with right now. And who's to say that he wouldn't make that a priority when he became president? And this type of thing is paying him money right now, and would pay him money while he was president, and it would pay him money after he was president. And is this something, that we should be electing a president for who may be more concerned about his own business ventures overseas as opposed to national security interests? Now, here's a quick thing on all of that. Since about 2007, Trump really hasn't even built stuff on his own. He has had other people build these things. He has used his name in terms of a licensing agreement so that they meet high standards, that they can charge more money, and then Trump gets residual monies from them every single year by having his name on it, but he doesn't actually put up all of his money, or any of his money, so to speak. So in a lot of these business ventures overseas, he has to deal with people who have a lot of money and construction companies, etc., that are going on overseas. Some of these people with money have some shady dealings that are going on over there. Some of them are linked with, have political affiliations that may or may not be in the United States, that are aligned with United States interests, and some of them are involved with royalty. So there's a lot of things that could be really screwy over there. And when the gentleman from Newsweek goes into detail about business dealings in Turkey, where we have a strategic alliance with them, in Pakistan, in India, in Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates, in one of the Stan countries, I can't remember which one offhand, but these are vital U.S. interests, and could they be compromised by a President Trump? And really, should we really be concerned about this? And I would say, yes, we really should be concerned about this, because again, if there are things that are going on overseas, will those countries feel that they need to buckle under to Trump on some of his own business ventures over there just to keep good faith with the United States? And also, would he, how would you say, shake them down for more money, so to speak, when he's president of the United States? Very important things. And again, this is another reason why someone like Trump should never even remotely become president, because of that's just business dealings. And we're not talking about anything else that I've talked about for quite a bit going on. Just to bring up a couple other quick points out here. As I mentioned before, Trump should really have no more than 40 to 42% of the vote altogether, because those people will always vote Republican. They hate Hillary, et cetera, et cetera. Don't want to get into all of the stuff about them. But what's important now is to keep the last 8 to 10% to going to Trump. And what has been going on recently, which really should put a stickler in all this, and I would like to say that it should blow the whole thing up, but nothing's ever stuck to Trump, so there's no reason why any of this would stick to Trump right now. The first one is recently I've seen a lot of stuff where journalists are calling out against other journalists, or journalism in general, that they're not really, they're having so many false equivalencies between Trump and Hillary, when there really aren't false equivalencies. So we talk about the Trump Foundation, which claims to have given millions of dollars away, and they haven't given away squadouche, whereas the Clinton Foundation has raised hundreds of millions of dollars, if not more, and put 90% of their money actually out to use into the field, especially to work on medications for diseases that are really, really not well-known diseases here in the United States, but they're very, very they take a lot of the people die in other countries because of them, so to speak. So they've done a lot for the good. So again, a lot of false equivalencies out there going against Hillary. And are we going to start turning them around and saying these false equivalencies need to apply to Trump, that he really isn't doing dick with the stuff that he's saying? The other thing is the Attorney General of New York. Of course, he's an elected official. He is a Democrat. He is a Hillary supporter. He's opening up an inquiry in terms of the Trump Foundation, again, which the Trump Foundation has claimed that they have given millions upon millions of dollars away, and that hasn't even come remotely close to being true, because someone from the Washington Post has been looking up this and calling and asking hundreds of charitable organizations if they had received money from the Trump Foundation, and they have said no. We have, even because Trump had said that he had given to them, and they said no. And he even listed 5 instances where Trump had indicated, and this is by his own looking into all of this stuff, that the Trump had indicated that they had filed forms with the IRS saying that they had given these groups money, and he contacted 5 of those 5 groups, and they said no, we never received that money. So the Attorney General in New York is starting to look into this. We'll see if that comes about to anything. Saw Obama out on the stump yesterday. Obama was magnificent. Just as smooth. He really likes this stuff. He really likes this. Maybe he'll go out a heck of a lot more as this race continues. But he brought up 2 interesting points. One is he's saying this guy hasn't done anything, meaning Trump, for the last 70 years, except line his own pockets. And now he's getting all of these people behind him, and those are the type of people who would never be allowed on any of his golf courses, and probably wouldn't be anything more than a bellhop or a bellboy or someone who parks a car or a maid or something like that in all of his condos and buildings like that. Don't know if that'll take hold, but again, Obama's numbers are going up. So that does have a lot of relevance. And I did see yesterday, or was it today, that Fox News is now starting to try, they see, here's another false equivalence. What's going on is Fox News is now broadcasting a lot of stuff about the dangers of the Iran nuclear deal. And why are they doing that? Not because anything has changed in the last couple months, but they need to take Obama down because his approval rating is now at 58%. So we see the dynamics of all of this coming into play. 2 other big things. Lawrence O'Donnell made a very interesting point about why has no one in the press ever asked Trump or any of the Trump surrogates for Trump to produce proof that he's being audited. Meaning the IRS sends you a letter saying, hey, we're going to audit you. So Trump says he can't do anything because he's being audited. Why has no one in the press asked him for the letter for proof that he is being audited? The next thing and the last thing would be Colin Powell, who apparently had some of his emails hacked. And now he is front and center in this political campaign, which he probably would not be. But a couple of the things that have come out about that is that he basically called, 1, Trump a national disgrace. 2, he referred to him as an international pariah. And then number 3, he basically indicated that birtherism is 100% racial. Again, don't know if that's going to affect the election in any way. Colin Powell's approval ratings are also very, very high. He doesn't want to be pulled into the muck like this, but he's going to have to do some explaining in reference to those types of things. And if he does come out and say that yes, Trump is a national disgrace, yes, he is an international pariah, and birtherism is 100% racism, if he actually says that out, will that hurt Trump? Nothing stuck to him yet. Let's hope that it does. But all of these things, hopefully the cumulative effect is that it'll keep that 8 to 10% of people not to vote for him and keep Trump's numbers in that 40 to 42%, and hopefully maybe even less. Let's just hope that it just starts swinging around. We'll see.